Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. My name is Melanie Dawn. This is the Dawning Soul. It's been rough. The energies, oh my gosh, the level of chaos. I know I've been talking about this for a little bit. Some of the readings have been very pointed. My own personal readings that I've been doing off camera, very pointed tower moments, transformation, death, new beginnings, crossroads energy. You can only do so much cleansing, right? Anyways, thank you for joining me. A little incident happened this past weekend. It shook me up pretty hard. Most importantly, I was trying to understand my feelings over what happened. Our store manager announced quite unexpectedly that she was leaving. We've had a lot of issues at work, not related to the store, but related to the store. Transition in ownership has been happening for 2 years. Purchased and then purchased again, and then finally transitioning over to the new rules, new teams, new everything. And you basically, it's been like poking a bear. A lot of fire energy, a lot of high emotions, a lot of fear, a lot of crazy stuff going on. And through it, I've been this positive, change is positive, this is great. I mean, I wouldn't be in this position if it weren't for what's coming. I know what's coming, I know what is mine, I know what I'm worth, I know what I'm capable of. I've been so positive and so like visionary through it all until that moment. I had very mixed emotions. Stunned disbelief is a reaction. The emotion behind it was anger and betrayal and just I want to say I've been really working very hard on feelings of abandonment. And a very well-meaning coworker asked me if I was feeling abandoned. And I paused for a moment because I was like, instantly I'm doing this check. Am I feeling abandoned? Am I feeling like that's it? I don't have anyone else. And I kind of needed that person in my corner. Questions of loyalty. Where was my loyalty misplaced? Was I placing my faith in this teamwork, this alignment that didn't exist? So a lot of waves happening, clarity. And I want to make it clear, I'm not angry that she's leaving. I think I'm more angry that she didn't trust me enough to tell me. And that, I think, shocked me the most, that what did I miss? And then I could see the things, the conversations, the little nuances that, why is she reacting this way and not that way? So it added up. I saw it. I saw the 2 weeks previous and snippets of conversations and the clues that were there that I was blind to because I just trusted that she was always going to be in that corner. And I know that this doesn't really have much to do with my reading, and I thank you for letting me just talk about this because it's really been difficult for me to just work my way through the mud, because there's a lot of mud in this. But anyways, so this reading sort of prompted, what are you not seeing in your life with your relationships or with your work or with your family or with your conversations with the people in your life? What are you missing? What are you denying to see, like refusing to see, oblivious to, or taking for granted? What could possibly be the underlying currents that you might need to look at, that you might need to see? So I have some of my heavier cards on the table, and I have my lighter universe cards on the table as well. But I just wanted to kind of dig into this emotion a little bit because I was absolutely gobsmacked, sideways, like the breath knocked out of me, the rug pulled out from under me, everything that you could, like that tower moment, that what just the fuck happened? And I didn't see any of the signs. They were there. And I kept asking myself, where is the best place for you to place your loyalty? Your loyalty really belongs to yourself, to your soul, to your alignment, to your direction. And everybody does that. We self-preserve that survival instinct of making choices that are strictly for ourselves. I've been hyper aware of my own intention of the good of the team, the best course of action for everyone involved, right? Inclusive. Everyone here that is doing this thing in this building and working toward a common goal and dealing with the pressures and everything that's happening on the outside on the world and on the outside of the building with direction, doesn't have to take and tear the team apart. The team can still focus and align and move toward as one. And that did not happen. So let's get into this. Thanks for letting me ramble on. And if you're still here, great. Thank you. Relationships are complicated, even the good ones, even the ones you think that are solid. They're complicated. And it has been difficult. I will say it has been difficult. But I clearly missed everything. All right, what do we have? Angel of the Unseen. Okay, the Unseen. The Angel of the Unseen. And I'm going to have to pull this out. I mean, we know what that means, right? The Angel of the Unseen. I have to find this one because I don't know where it is in the book. unseen. Oh, excuse me. All right. Yeah. Delusion, assassination, discomfort. You may have missed something important. Not the thing you know you forgot, but the thing you forgot that you forgot. The unknown. The unknown unknown hangs in the corner of the room with a grin cutting across its face, smirking at you as you fail to see it. There's no use in turning to look. Just take a breath and stop to feel it. In the still air, the invisible will become visible again. Only then will it be safe to progress forward. Yeah, because that's exactly what I did. As soon as she named abandoned, that just, it was like that tunnel vision moment where everything just sort of focuses, like, is that what I'm feeling? And I have a feeling it was. And I've been working steadfast at healing that abandonment wound of learning how to overcome it, learning how to choose myself, learning how to align my priorities with who I am and my boundaries. And, you know, it's like protecting that, feeling safe within me. You know, it's like those chaos moments where something tests you and you hope you pass the test. I'm still on the fence on this one. There's a fine line between hyper independence and that thriving, comfortable confidence. And clearly there is something left in that space. That bothers me. Will I be chosen? Will I be will I have that person in my corner that will just be like, I got this, I got you. Patience, waiting for that, and not waiting for that. Because what do we do when we're waiting? We're not actively pursuing what we want. Letting go of this fear. Because it's a real tangible fear. Don't you just love it when the cards tell you exactly what it is? Patience. Life's process takes time. And it's important to have patience with yourself and with others. Allow things to unfold at their own pace and don't let impatience or fear distract you. Release control and allow yourself to flow with the natural rhythm of life. When you let go, you create space for new opportunities and free up energy to focus on what truly matters. Angel of the unseen. I don't know. And I do know. It's easy to say those words. It's easy to say that you're wanting something in this world to be on your side. Someone. Just for you. But you know, you have to be on your own side. That is choosing yourself. You have to consistently learn to choose yourself and not betray just to be like included or part of the group or on a team, or that false sense of security, placing trust in another person to always be there, and then that doesn't happen and things change, and that's part of life. Life changes. People choose what they need to choose. All right, clarity and organization. Refusal of the call, dream thief. Hollow bone, teachability, and first breath, beginner's mind. And this unseen point is that thing that will steal the dream that you're working toward. Not seeing with clarity. Not open, like closing yourself off to possibility. And that morning when all this happened, oh my God, the card that I pulled, I had just pulled arbitrarily, like, oh, I'll just pull a card before I go today. And what it was, I'm gonna pull the card to show you, because I've had these cards for a while, a long, long while, years. And I find it interesting when I see a card that I hadn't pulled, and I can remember pretty much when I have stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. This was the card I pulled that morning. And I'm like, oh, how extraordinary, wonderful. This is beautiful and positive, and we're going to achieve goal. We're still moving forward as a team. We may be smaller, but this is fantastic. Limitless possibilities. And I took that card at face value, ignoring the unseen and refusing to see the negative side of things. And that is the one thing that you can always count on, right? It is always this and that. There is always pain with pleasure. You can't have one without the other, because how would you know something was joyful and beautiful and lovely and sweet if you didn't have that sour and that thorn. It's all, that limitless possibility is that things can go either way, up or down, or sideways, or backwards, or forwards. It's limitless possibility. And refusing to see that, knowing that, you know, it's like this energy of movement, but it is always spiraling in all directions. So which way you gravitate to, so think of it as like all these little red strings everywhere pulling you in all these directions, right? And you're pulling on them as well. So it's this little tug of war of energy, of everything that you're attached to and everything that you're wishing to go toward, and how willing you are to let go of what you don't need to hold on to in order to move forward. Having that clarity, that beginner's mind of understanding that what you are seeing in the world, you are, and what you aren't seeing, it's all there, it's all possible. The unseen is just as visible as the seen, if you are willing to realize its presence in the world. Let's see. And my inability to recognize when another person has reached their limit and was no longer willing to stay. I had asked. There was denial. And then finally the admission in front of everybody. And there was no notice. It was like, I'm putting my keys down and walking out type of energy. And been doing a lot of repairing my own energy over that, to let go. Resilience. It's one of the things that I will say on a pretty steady basis. I am resilient. I am healing. I am at peace with this moment. It's helped me through a lot of things, but it's time for me to release that. It's time for me to release this climbing back out of the mud. Source energy is all around us, right? It's that limitless possibility. Your attachments can hold you back, can absolutely hold you back. But being patient with where you are, with what you're doing, with who you are, and releasing the lessons that you've worked through, releasing them, letting the lesson go is just as important as being resilient. If you can't let the lesson go, you just keep seeing it back. And I think that's part of this. Why does this keep happening? There's a loop here. Why can't I close that circle? Why can't I finish it and be done and move on? But a part of me has been holding on through resilience, holding on to the lesson. I keep coming back to that point. Healing it is part of it, is the huge part of it. But actually letting go of the lesson that I was trying to heal also has to be done. Because it will keep stealing that dream. And I think that's what this message is about. You have to be patient with yourself and let go of that hurt, of the lesson, and be done with the lesson so that it doesn't come back. Let's see here. So it doesn't repeat. So you can see with clarity. The unseen is that lesson still sitting there, dystopia, because it's distorting everything. Because you're still looking through that lens of the lesson and you just want to fly. Like the phoenix, you want to just rise above it. You know, it's like that first breath, that fresh breath of air after completing a cycle and standing with the doorway, with the open doors, with the crossroads. You have to let go of not of just those feelings, naming them, defines them, and takes their power away, but releasing the need for the lesson again, releasing the tie, letting go of the thread. That's the unseen. The elephant in the room is no longer needing that lesson. You've learned it. Tiny wonders, tiny wonders. Because all those beautiful seeds that you've been blowing to the wind deserve your focus, attention, your prayers, your wishes, your dreams, your joy, all of those things, your patience, your attention, the wonder needs you to let go. Sacred pause. Sacred pause to understand, to see that unseen in the room. The thing you're overlooking. The thing that you're just dragging along with you because you have conditioned yourself to just keep dragging it around. But it's time to release it. You've got letting go, release. Memories song. You don't have to keep listening to that portion anymore. You can release that. You don't have to keep replaying that memory, that muscle memory of when is this going to happen again? Let it go. Release it. All right. Take that moment make space. You've been doing all the work. You've been making the space. All right, let's see here. We have, that stack is pretty high over there. Let's see. You were never meant to bloom in someone else's season. And your soul already signed the contract. Trust the journey. So yeah, this has been a journey, and there will always be twists. There'll always be points on the compass where it just kind of spins like a roulette wheel, and you're just going, where am I going now? Letting go of the need to worry about where it stops. You've already decided what, with Source, with the divine, with the universe, with God, with your soul, with your spirit, on how you are experiencing this world and what it is you need to learn. But part of that lesson is letting go of that lesson when you've learned it, releasing that energy, the expectation that it will come back. Release it so that it doesn't keep those seeds. It's like they're floating in the air, and they need to land, they need to root, they need to build structure, they need to form and grow and be nurtured. And if you're still dragging things with you from the past, out of memory, out of just on autopilot, that's the unseen that you're just dragging with you. And it's time to let it go. So that you can move forward. Limitless possibility. All right, think of every single thing that you have to do to get through a day as things you get to do before your turn is over. Everything is a gift. Okay, so I am looking at this moment, this unseen moment. It's all a part of Source. The joy and the sorrow. And where you're going in this world, your path. Have patience. But focus on those seeds, those beautiful moments of pure wonder and joy. And understand that at any point, the compass, direction, it's all a part of where it is that you need to be in this world, where it is you need to be in alignment with yourself, where it is you need to be with others around you, with your direction. And whether you're going forward or backward or sideways in the spiral, up or down, it's for you to see that unseen moment, for you to see what you're not seeing. for you to have that clarity and presence, patience, understanding, and release. Release. Take that pause. Learn from your feelings, from your emotions, and release it. Let it go so you can keep moving forward. Thank you for staying with me on this message. I know I'm honored by that. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. If this resonated with you, I invite you to carry it forward, subscribe, share, or simply breathe it in.